One of the reasons why I started this little group chat is because throughout my journey, I've gotten the opportunity to travel to over now like 35 countries around the world. And everywhere that I go, I meet like so many incredible, like beautiful, spiritual individuals who are like on their journey, like here to embrace their purpose and they're following their soul's purpose. And there's a lot of people who are in the spiritual world, but don't necessarily have the tools and techniques to market themselves. And this is actually like my soul's calling is helping people who are in the spiritual world, like really step into their power and purpose and really helping them to formulate into their most abundant selves. And there's so many different ways to achieve and step into that abundant energy. And I think it's like a beautiful, beautiful process of, discovering what your voice is for the world, what your purpose is. And once you know what that is, how to then express yourself to the world. So my specialty is like branding and marketing, and I do a bunch of different things, but I'm excited to hear from all of you guys as, as we continue to expand this group, like who you are, what you have to offer, because my ideal situation is that we're helping each other, right? So like some of my friends like in the chat too, like I've hired chefs from the chat. Like we all have our own specialty and whatever that is, like there's some space where someone needs what you have to offer. So it's all about connecting and all about sharing our gifts together in a beautiful sacred space. So I wanted to start off with like hearing from you guys, like what you do and just connecting. So whoever wants to go first, you can actually raise your hand like on the thing and then we'll go around to each person and you can just introduce yourself. And we're gonna do everyone. And like literally like a minute. Like what you do, where you're from, like what you believe your soul's purpose is right now.
I'm not sure how to raise my hand, but I'm down to go first if you can hear me. How
Okay,
do I raise
cool.
my hand?
Okay. Yeah, let's go with Joshua's because you began.
Yeah. So my name is Joshua. I hmm, who I am is not such an easy question to answer. So we'll go with my soul's purpose is more so helping those connect to themselves by removing all of the layers of illusions of what they think that they are so they can truly actually manifest and embody the truth of their own beings. So my medicine is breath. So I'm a breathwork coach and a practitioner, and I I do my best. I look to be able to feel into everyone's field and see where they currently are and what things that they're not willing to look at. And without necessarily telling them, because that will just cause the ego to jump up, showing them or having them reveal it to themselves so they can actually help dismantle the illusion from the inside.
Oh my
So
God, that was so beautiful. That's so powerful. Where are you located?
I am in West Babylon. I travel all over. So
Okay.
I travel
So you're in Long
Brooklyn, Stanford.
Island.
Yes, there you go.
Do you do group breathwork events or do you only do individual like and what do you prefer actually?
I do both and I have no preference. So I do teach a class twice a week right now, and I do hold workshops about once a month.
Oh, that's amazing. And what's the form of breathwork you do?
So I have my own, it's a channeled practice that came to me through several different meditations and through sitting with plant medicine.
Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Wait, do
Thank
you
you.
know Hardy Patel?
I don't, at least not by name, no.
Okay, he owns a breathwork company too. It's called Pranic Evolution. And he also owns like a float center. Like he would be a great person for you
Ooh.
to connect to.
Yeah, I would love to, absolutely, for
Oh
sure.
my God, that's amazing. Okay, let's hear from Eva Gypsy. Love next with her little hand raised.
Good evening, guys. Well, I am Eva Gypsy Love. I am from the Bronx. And I do a multitude of things, but my main attraction is basically helping people find God, their purpose, and the understanding of who they are, and being able to thrive and have just a cheat sheet for their future endeavors.
Yay, I love that. Wait, tell people about how you're a birth doula. Why are you
Oh well,
forgetting the most
yes.
important
Oh
part?
no, it's a lot because it's a lot of parts. So yes, I am a birth doula and also a death doula. I bring spirits into the world just like I help spirits come out of the world. Um, Everything I do is through astral projection. So I guide you into the astral projection world. I take you to meet God Himself, and you get to know and understand who you are and understand your purpose. I do tarot readings and a load of other stuff. But that's my main thing, and that's my goal, and that's what God has me on this earth for. So that's what I do.
Yes, queen. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Yes, let's go to the next. I don't know how to pronounce your name. It's Eva Chick.
Abachaska.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Let me practice it. Eva Cheska.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Where are you from?
My two grandmothers were Evelyn and Francesca, so the names are a combination.
Oh my God, I love that.
But I'm
That's
based in Manhattan for the
gorgeous.
time being. Probably not for long, much longer, but I'll have a solid drum beat still in New York.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Where are you lo relocating to?
Nowhere in particular. But my work and my heart and the call of the wild are taking me to many different places next year. So I'm letting go of my condo but I'll have a pretty regular drum beat still in Manhattan, and be back here probably once a quarter, if not more.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm actually a digital nomad myself. So even just this year, literally, well, actually, this is my flow for the next week. I'm initially from New York, Long Island, but I have been spending time in Dubai. I have clientele there. I'm in Qatar right now, and then I'm going to France next week, and then after that, I'm going to London, and then after that, I'm going back to Dubai
Yeah, I just
with
spent the
just
past
with two suitcases.
yeah, I just spent the past 9 weeks out of one suitcase in Denmark and India and Germany and England.
Oh
So,
my God, that's so amazing.
and now
And
I'm back in New York.
yeah, and tell us more about like what you do, what your soul work is.
Yeah, well, gosh, like Joshua, it's such a, I was like, gosh, how do I say this? I have a degree in clinical psychology, but I'm not a traditional therapist. I am a psychotherapeutic and psychospiritual mentor.
Oh my
And
God.
I work in predominantly the nervous system and somatic practices, and I bring together with my clients a combination of somatic therapy and meditation and energy work, and intuitive channeling. And I would say my soul's call. Well, actually, before I go into that, I am an initiate of the Maua Lopez lineage in the Shipibo Konibo tradition of curanderismo. And so I work. Yes, absolutely, Karen. Really nice to connect.
Yeah.
I work with various plant medicines and with different plant spirits and doctors that channel through me based on the lineage that I've been working with for many, many years. And so I hold plant medicine ceremonies as well. I work with one-on-one and couples and families in more of a psychotherapeutic container that also combines ceremonial work. And then I do group work that is very ceremonial, that works with psychoacoustics and morphogenics, which is the psychology and the biology of how we relate to sound. And then I also bring plant medicine into those spaces. And I hold women's circles and I do retreats and workshops and
Yeah.
lots of various other things that, like are all of the amalgamation of all of these. And I'm still figuring out, Joshua and I were actually just talking right before this about like, I have this deep knowing of why I came here in my body, but the um, translation of it into words, it's like so
Yeah.
much what I do is so somatic and is such a felt sense that it's almost hard to articulate. And I really just listen to what calls me. But I think that for me, if I were to try to articulate it, my work is to hold alchemical spaces where people really can connect to their own innate medicine and like whatever it is that it wants to be called forth through them, and to hold those spaces, whether that's like healing or expansion or growth. I have a background in trauma training as well, and I do a lot of work with people who have like more, on the spectrum of varying degrees of trauma, but really it's all predicated upon just shedding and stepping through. So that's a little about me.
Oh my God, that's so beautiful. And I can feel the power and energy when you speak as well. Like, I'm just so grateful to meet you. How did
Thank
you
you.
end up even connecting with the group? I'm so curious.
Joshua invited me. Thank you so much, Joshua. I really appreciate the connection. And is it Alicia or Alicia?
It's Alicia.
Alicia, I have to say I'm incredibly grateful. My old career was as a marketing executive for a very large company, and yet I have not really found comfort in marketing myself in as this version,
Yeah.
even though I could market skincare until the cows come home for my old business.
Yes.
So I'm really, really grateful for the space that you're creating for us and for offering this. So thank you so much.
This is actually such a powerful point because as our
Alexa, stop.
sole purpose, it's like a different form of marketing. It's like an energetic expression. And sometimes, even like in our energetic bodies, we've been so suppressed where we almost feel like even like the witch wound, right? Like when we're into all of those different things, like channeling and things like that, there's literally deep-seated traumas inside of us when we come to showing up for ourselves, and feeling safe in that. And that's really what this is about. It's soul marketing. It's different than just like, oh, I'm gonna message all these people and do this. It's like, no, I'm going to magnetize people based on my energy to step into my frequency of what I do for the world. And this is exactly like why I'm doing this is to help people who are so incredible in the energy and their journey and what they've done. But there's that little piece of you that's like, oh my God, am I gonna do this and come out to the world? And then this and this, it's like you're so gifted. And to really stand on that stage and feel the energy and power, that's my ultimate goal.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate the space. Thank you.
Yay. Yay. Kiernan, I would love for you to introduce yourself now.
Hello, I'm Kieran, and I am I'm from Long Island, but I recently moved to Bozeman, Montana, and so that's where I am located right now. I started off and am primarily a yin yoga instructor, mixed with hatha, tantra, and now I've kind of integrated that into body work. So I am a stretch therapist. I've been doing this for over a year now, and I really found a lot of my heart and soul in this work and my ability to connect with people and really build deep, meaningful relationships very, very quickly and get to the source of people's woundedness, even so, but even their psychology, their passion, and things like that. So I've kind of been uncovering this other side of me, which is an Ayurvedic wellness coach and an integrative nutrition coach, and trying to step more into that role and discovering more of those things that I have to share, and that is going to be my more target market, or that is what's really attracting me as much as I'm attracting it, like Alicia is saying. So also really excited about this workshop today. I feel like it's perfectly in line, and I feel like something I've been trying to output into the world besides group women's circles called Light Talks is something new that I'm doing. There's actually one every single month. And I'm actually starting a recorded workshop series about type A, perfectionism, and essentially a lot of the ways we can utilize that as a superpower and also the ways that we get in our own way. And I feel like that's kind of the initiative foot that just kind of happened in me that is taking like my psychology background and my all my educations, my certifications, and kind of combining it into something to give to the world. And it's like so I'm kind of in this like also like Joshua said too, this I'm developing what I am. I'm not a thing right now. I don't have one set thing. I'm so broad and trying to categorize that into a way that helps flows around me is where I'm at. So,
That's so beautiful, Queen. And honestly, I got the opportunity to experience your magic during that yoga class, and it was just so beautiful the way that you hold space, just literally like sitting and standing in your truth, you know? And when you are someone who does the work, like you can feel it when you hold that space. So that should always be our goal as a space holder is to first do that inner work on ourselves. And when we step into whatever we desire, it naturally magnetizes people into that container. And
Mhm.
one thing that you mentioned too is that basically how you're so many different things, like you're very multidimensional. And I've invested so much in myself as well. And I did this like incredible like mastermind program. I literally invested $20,000 in this mastermind program. Like it was this really powerful marketing mastermind with like a soul coach, and I learned so much from her. The number one thing that I learned is so many times as women, we are so multidimensional, but actually as spiritual beings, like I'm sure every person in this call can resonate with this that we're so multidimensional. We go through so many different facets of life. And so many people tell us, like, oh, find your niche, like, water yourself down, like, choose this path, only do this. But when you are your soul expression, it is who you are and your multidimensional self that naturally attracts people. So in every other form of marketing, it's like, oh, you only should do this or you only should speak to this audience. But actually, in soul marketing, in soul aligned marketing, it's being your multidimensional self and showing up fully as the human being that you are and not limiting yourself and knowing that by being your natural expression, you're going to magnetize people into yourself. Yes.
mm,
Yay. Who's
thank
next?
you. Mhm.
Gabby, do you want to go next?
Hi guys, I can pop on.
Yay.
So my name is Gabby. My full name is Gabriella. I'm currently based in Queens, New York. I just moved here last year, and my sole business is actually rooted in helping people remember the root of their creativity.
Mm.
And where that comes from, it's so funny that like we were just talking about like a multi-dimensional kind of thing is I'm actually developing a company called Creative Nest. And why I call it a nest, it's like where all kinds of birds can fly into this hub, which is going to be online and in person, to do like different types of things, like play around with dance, with art, with paint, with photography and video, in order to just like deeply awaken that sort of thing that like always gives us inspiration. And like, just in terms of like background and such, I grew up with an artist family like my entire life. And it was so funny. I like my parents and everything would always be like, no, go study engineering or whatever. So I like studied really hard to do that. And I was like, no, I need to be creative. I ended up getting a degree in photography and then worked in that industry. And I was like, no, this isn't it. Studied Tantra, studied shamanism, studied theater, all this kind of stuff. And it just gave me all these like different tools. And I realized when I did Alicia's higher self program um last year that I was like, oh, wait, I can actually assist people with literally all of these things that are creative. So that's where I'm coming in. I'm developing a couple of different programs and things, and I currently offer like embodied sessions called dream reflection sessions with photography and video. And yeah, those are some things that I'm kind of just like working on, really just refining and then just getting out there. That's kind of it, you know? That's
Yes.
where I'm at. Thank
The
you guys.
multi-talented being. Gabby is truly like such a creative genius. Like you have to see some of the magic she creates. Like honestly, half the people in the world like ask me, they're like, "Who does your photos? Like who did this like video shoot?" Like Gabby. But also like, I've worked with other creatives too, but she like also does a lot of like soul expression pieces that are like uniquely based on your energy, and like everyone has their own talents and gifts, and that's exactly what it's about, is about amplifying everyone's gifts. And then at different points, you're going to feel called to work with certain creatives, because what actually happens is you expand each other's energy when you're in synergy.
Mhm.
Yes. Michael, do you want to go next? Because I actually did an amazing video shoot with Michael too that helped me to actually like it's still one of the number one performing videos on my profile, where it was just like basically explaining like what I do. I never had a video that like explained what I do, and he helped me put that together too.
Cool.
Yes.
I'm on my phone. You guys can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. I couldn't figure out how to get it onto my computer for some reason. I'm normally pretty good technically, but I guess because it wasn't a web thing, it was a Zoom thing. So um anyway, I'm really here to observe and support Alicia. She's amazing. And I guess I'm glad to hear that some of you are still trying to kind of figure it out, right? You've got all these different pieces of all these different things that you do. That's really where I'm at. I'm a video editor, a shooter, photographer, creative professional is what I call myself.
A podcaster.
A podcaster. I have a broadcast called the Live Stream of Consciousness. Um, and I guess that started out of all of these amazing relationships I was getting into with people who had all different modalities of metaphysical practices, spiritual, psychic mediums, Akashic records, channeling. All of these things were kind of coming into my vortex, and they were all resonating very loudly with me, and all kind of like very similarly, right? So I was seeing all of this as I was boiling it all down to these are just different expressions of these spirits and these souls' connections with source. And I think that's what I've developed a fascination with. Kind of like you guys were all even talking about that, like just kind of connecting with people and exploring their unique connection with source and how they express it to others, how they, express themselves. That's really what my show came out of. I just loved having conversations. I mean, the first question I ask is, what is consciousness? And, kind of take it from there and then talk about, the idea that, you're aware that there's more to life than just the 3D that we've been kind of taught, right? The basic stuff. So I'm just fascinated with all this stuff. I'm here to observe. I think all of these stories are amazing. I'm like addicted
You
to
you have 11 future guests right here live right now.
awesome. Awesome. I'm really it's funny, I told somebody I think I have a psychic fetish. I don't want to go to a psychic myself and like ask all these questions, but I love being around people who are reading and just the energy that is exchanged. I guess I'm just very
It
sensitive to the
might be
energy.
because you're psychic yourself.
It definitely is. I mean, I certainly understand all of these modalities exist within myself, but you know, I think who was it? Kieran said, I'm still looking for the thing that like lights me up. You know what I mean? Because it all lights me up, and I just love being around it and having these conversations. And I mean, Alicia, you've seen some of the stuff that I've done as far as like the human dollar photographs are, kind of an expression that starts to say, oh, you could do a business out of this, but it's like I'm not really sure, like what the business aspect is for myself, right?
Yeah.
Where it could be. I know, I mean, and I know that it's there, but it's just like, what is it? How do I define it. And that's kind of why I like to jump in on these kinds of workshops and, kind of see everybody's perspective and what they're doing and be inspired and be connected.
Yeah, and just keep connecting and growing. That's what it's all about, you know?
Yeah.
And we're here to support each other's journey. Like we're all yeah, you're so psychic, Lynn. I was literally gonna be like, and this is my mentor. Okay, so I want to do actually like an introduction for this person. So one of the people who have absolutely changed my life and was one of the most significant healings that I have ever experienced in my life. It was at the darkest moment in my life where I was literally like between either being here or like not being here, you know? And this was like the moment that changed everything for me, was experiencing this healing with this queen that even has a halo above her head. So this is my psychic mentor, Lynn Laborde, who has taught me so many incredible healing techniques. But even beyond that, like life skills, who supported me in difficult moments of my life. But we've both supported each other as well through this journey and just growing from literally like doing in-person events um, in a studio in Huntington to now having like an international six-figure plus business worldwide. This is Reverend Lynn Laborde, if that's the introduction for you.
Okay. So we're in the limo on the way to the airport. I'm here with one of my dear friends, Linda, and we're meeting Alicia in Paris tomorrow. And we're gonna hang out for a week. Anyway, I just had to jump on because I remember one of the first conversations I had with Michael. He tried to run this stuff with me about how he's not psychic. I was like, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's instant. So I know who you are, Michael. I've known forever, and I love you, and it's great to see you. So I turned the light on my seat, and I look like I have a halo.
You don't look like you have a halo. You do have a halo, and it's just amplifying the light of the halo.
So listen, I here's a crazy that just happened. So I wrote a book with Mary Magdalene back in 2021, where every single day I channeled her. And we went through the 365 lessons of Course in Miracles, and it got published last year. And it's just this incredible 744-page book. And yes, I brought 2 copies that you had requested me to bring, babe.
Thank God.
So I'm listening to my mentor, Melanie Ann Lair, talking about the God Zone. And it was so funny. The other day, she's like, I think you're in the God Zone. And I said, I am the God Zone, right? And this girl just came on, and I was talking about the journey that I'm on with Magdalene. And Magdalene had said to me, I want you to start like a donation fund and ask people to support you. And I'm like, no, I'm self-sufficient. I do this on my own. And she said, listen, what you're about to receive from me, you have to open up your divine feminine channels of receiving. And I was like, okay. And so I opened up this, not a GoFundMe, but like a private donation thing. Anyway, this girl found this thing and she says, I am Mary Magdalene. You will not channel me. You need to stop taking advantage of people. Like, she just started trashing me on social media, a couple different places. And my mentor, Melanie, had said to me, Lynn, a couple of years ago, she goes, Lynn, there's someone that's going to come for you. And she does. She said, the girls, the staff said to me, oh, there's someone's going after Lynn, because Melanie has been scrutinized on social media. And Melanie said, Lynn, you just said to me, oh, how ignorant. And, there's no part of Yeshua or Magdalene or any of the 30 ascended masters that I channel that would ever come after someone in that way, So the thing that I live by is the truth. Like, it is the highest frequency authenticity. And the thing that I have to say about social media is to be used for good. And social media can also be used in a way that's going to harm people. And we just have to be really careful and really responsible about it, And Alicia, what you do in the world, what you do for me, what I see you do for others, Alicia is my chief marketing officer, aside from everything else that she does, But I think that we have a responsibility, especially as people that have any kind of spirituality background, to always look to uplift each other, to always look to tell the truth. And, if someone has to say something like that, like, come talk to me. But, to start to splash that all over social media, I'm like, oh, this is, I just see a little bird with like a damaged wing, and I'm just praying for her, That's
Yeah.
all I can bring to this. So that
I,
just right before I got on.
yeah, I think that, as we step into our power, exactly what I was talking about with even Cheska is that like there is still this witch wound that's out there. And sometimes when we step into our power, other people are triggered. But to have your own inner shield up, knowing that you are standing so strong in your truth, that your truth is so much stronger than any external voice around you, that is the most important thing that you can do for yourself because every single person out there will not be liked by everyone. Even Gandhi has haters, like someone will find the smallest thing to disapprove of whatever you're doing. And even myself, like, I even sometimes randomly get messages from people like the craziest messages that's like critical of me. And at the end of the day, you can just take it with grace and then keep going and being the most authentic version of yourself. And that's the most important thing is because when you stand in your authenticity, no one can ever, ever, ever take that away from you. And everyone's always going to have a different perception of how you should be like. But the most important thing is that you're standing in your higher self, in your higher truth, and being exactly who you desire to be for the world.
That's beautiful. Thank you, love.
You're welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm on the way to France. I'm going to be heading down
And
to the
I'm
south
gonna
of
be on
France
the
where
way
every
in
day
4 hours.
Nice.
she is. I'm going to be going to Magdalene Church in Saint Baume, just outside of Marseille, and channeling her every day, writing a book called The Life and Truth of Mary Magdalene. So I couldn't be more proud of the journey that I'm on in the universe. And there will be people that will come, and there will be people that will say this should be some way of the way it is. But the only thing that I do is live from my truth and authenticity, and at least there helps me do that. So I love you, Natalie.
Yay.
See you very soon.
Yay. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for having me.
Yay. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go to Liz now. Oh, perfect. You just
Hi,
commented. That's so funny.
everyone.
I felt it even before.
I'm so happy that you're getting to travel, Alicia.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's what you love. It's your passion.
Yes.
I'm doing mine. So I actually decided to try to sum up what I do because I do so many different things. My husband talks about having an elevator pitch. So I actually came up with one. I was wondering if I could try it out on you guys.
Yeah, share it. That's exactly what we're doing without those words.
And I even used one of Gabby's photos.
Instead of instead of an elevator pitch, we're doing a soul expression.
I love it. Okay, so my company name is Crystal Liz. So at Crystal Liz, I guide individuals on a transformational journey to spiritual wellness and personal empowerment. As a magnified healing and Reiki master teacher and certified angel guide, I offer angel card readings, channeling sessions, and crystal healing, all enriched by the power of the violet flame. I create uniquely blessed wire-wrapped gemstone jewelry and facilitate harp sound baths combined with meditation for a serene healing experience. I introduce clients to their guardian angels and guide them in communication techniques. Additionally, I provide custom mentoring services tailored to individual spiritual journeys. Through workshops and classes, I deliver comprehensive tools and insights to connect with your spirit, unlock your potential, and walk a path of love and light.
Oh, I love that. So beautiful.
Yeah, so basically what I love is I love people. I really do love people. And I love the connection that we all have. And I found that in a way by connecting to each other, we're also connecting to divinity.
Mm.
So the more I help people connect and realize that we're all one anyway, there's no reason to be bickering with each other. That it almost naturally forms a connection for them to divinity, whether it's connecting through music, through art, through channeling and readings, or just plain playing together, having fun. There are so many ways to raise your vibration. And I find laughter is a big one for me. As soon as I can make someone laugh, I know that's it. That's it. They're good.
Yes, that's so true. You're so multi-talented, and you also have your own jewelry,
Yes,
which
yes. I
is
just
so
finished an order today for Yule, so I'm happy about that. I was stressing over it a little bit,
yeah, it's so amazing. And I'm so
but I
proud
got
of you embracing all of your different gifts too. And also to be able to communicate it too. Because I remember when we first met, you're like, I just do readings, but you do so much more. And I'm proud of you for embracing that. And she's also my harp teacher.
yes. And I love
Wow.
teaching you. You're so easy.
Yes. I'm just like, just leave me with the harp. I'm good. But she's already taught me so many things, so I already know how to use it now.
Yeah, yeah. Last time you came, I only gave you like one tweak and said, go at it, have fun.
She's in Ronkonkoma. If anyone wants to learn how to use the harp, I completely recommend.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Yes, that is also my passion because when I play, I do when I'm playing out in public, I do more intuitive harping. I did write a song for meditation, so that's on Spotify and on my homepage of the website that Miss Alicia designed. Yeah, I love it. I get so many compliments on that, and I tell them all about you. But that's what we do. We all support each other. But,
Exactly.
um, but when I
Exactly.
play the harp, I'm healing myself. The sound box is over my heart when I play. And you've felt it, right, Alicia? The
Yeah,
vibration going
100%.
through
It's so
you.
powerful.
Yeah, so initially I bought it just for me. And then my friend said, people need to hear this. My friend Chris, he's like, you've got to get out there. And he's a composer. So he got me on Spotify. Well, you got me on Spotify and then he got me on everything else.
Yeah.
And and he's challenged me to write another one, so I'm working on that. But I love it. It's my passion and people seem to like it too. So I
Yeah.
figured I'd share it.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing, Queen.
You're welcome. And thanks everyone for listening to that elevator pitch I wrote, or what did you describe it as?
I
A
think it was a
spiritual
soul expression.
soul
Soul
expression.
expression.
Yes.
I like
Yeah.
that. I'm
Yes.
gonna
Yeah,
write that
Lori,
down.
why don't you go next?
Hey, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, hello, I'm driving, so I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet, but I too am here to support Alicia and be in the space with all you amazing beings, because every time I am around such amazing beings, I elevate and learn so much from you.
Yay.
So, um, I'm not sure where to even start. I've always been intuitive and was so busy um, in my programming growing up with you can't do this or that or the other, and you should do this, like go into finance, as Michael or Gabby was saying, go into engineering or whatever. But I went into finance and bookkeeping and did all the things I needed to do to support my daughter on my own. And about 3 years ago, almost four, I met Alicia and a couple of other people who have changed my life. Breath work, breath work literally rebirthed me, and woke me up to the gifts that I have, which I've always been a teacher of things in my career. And now I'm tapped into my spiritual power. And it's funny because in the last couple of days, people have thought I was a nurse, a healer in that respect. And that was the very first thing I wanted to become as a 12-year-old girl. And it was shot down by my aunt, who's a nurse, who's angry at the world. And I took that to heart, didn't follow that path. So in a way, I'm coming back as someone who can help people heal. And I'm not sure what that's going to look like. And I'm not sure I know where it's going to go, because I live in gratitude for the gifts that God gave me and my life, to express the love that that the universe has for us. I'm exploring and settling into picking up instruments again. I have a drum, a hang drum. I made a crystal rattle last night from scratch with a group of people who were amazing souls, and just not sure which direction really that this is going to take me, but I know it's waiting for me to discover how to bring the love I have for humanity, because now I love myself, which was very, very hard to do for many, many, many years. But I don't know, and I'm here to thank you, whatever that looks like, what it's going to look like.
That's beautiful. And it's quite a journey, like experiencing healing and feeling the calling, like it brings you in so many directions through life. And it's about embracing and being present with wherever you are being led to. And that is ultimately the spiritual journey. And I'm proud of you for your growth and stepping into your power in your own way.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you very, very, very much. And I'm honored to be here and to have been invited to the group.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm grateful to have you too, Queen. What about you, Jessica?
Oh, hi. Oh, let me see what I should do here. Hang on. Participate. I'm not quite sure how to get on there.
What'd you say?
Oh, can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you and we can hear you.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, hi everyone. So I'm Jessica, Jessica Robinson. I'm a psychic artist. I feel like I'm those things together, interwoven and fueling each other, but I'm also those things separately. Ever since I can remember, I've been an artist ever since I can remember. I've been psychic, and just feeling excited about, for me, it was a positive thing. It never felt scary. And just feeling excited about exploring and learning and gaining tools in my belt, whether it was exploring creatively and artistically, or whether I was having supernatural experiences or learning how to divine. I come from a family of psychics, and my dad mentored me. He had a lot of psychic abilities himself. So I learned about divination from a young age, astral projection, remote viewing, learning how, to utilize biofeedback and meditation. There were certain high levels of anxiety growing up. There were aspects of my childhood that were pretty rough, and abusive even. But I felt like it strengthened me about I just have a lot of memories of being this little tomboy and a naturist, you know, a druid at heart, running through the trees. I lived across the street from the beach in Rocky Point. Gabby and I have that in common. We both grew up in Rocky Point on Long Island. And I could see the lights of Connecticut from my house. And when I was in a car accident when I was 14, I had my first conscious astral projection. And I thought, oh, what was that? You know, I want to know how to travel to the astral plane again and experience other dimensions. And fortunately for me, my dad could, you know, tell me, oh, that's astral projection. And, you know, so that sort of began my journey with learning a lot of different things. Artistically, I went to art school. I got a BFA in general illustration from FIT. I got an MFA in graphic design from MYIT, and I you know, worked as an art professor for a while. But I've also been performing divination, helping people gain insight, providing spiritual guidance and, you know, clarity, and helping people feel self-empowered, you know, understanding that they can tap into their own power and help guide themselves, you know, down their best path. And so my focus has been self-empowerment, and it feels really good to help others. So I've been doing a lot of that lately and just developing some really cool workshops. I love to teach in a lot of different environments now. And I teach psychic art, which is a process of manifestation through creative visualization and basically uh, drawing and attracting what you need in your life, however, in whatever form that you're creating it, artistically, but also having an emotional release. There's a lot of different layers to it and the way that you want to use it best. And so, yeah, I've just been enjoying connecting with so many beautiful souls, and it's been super inspiring. And the last thing I'll tell you is that I'm taking this really cool class. I'm super inspired, and it's been helping me really journey in a way that I've already organically been doing throughout my life, which is to marry art and psyche. And really study the different layers of consciousness and how to travel through your inner self to attain, you know, your highest self. Um, it's been pretty exciting, and it's been inspiring me to create a lot of things artistically. Because I'm ongoing, I'm creating an original oracle called the Blue Rose Oracle as a tool of self-empowerment. So it's very nice meeting you all. Thanks for listening.
Yay, thank you so much for sharing, Queen. And that's so exciting about your journey and just deepening what you do and what you offer to the world. That is so beautiful. And you're such a talented artist too. I can't wait to see you continue to blossom and expand.
Oh, thank you so much,
Yay,
Alicia.
thank
It's been very inspiring meeting you. It's been very motivating. And
Yay.
thank you for creating this beautiful space. Thank you.
Yes, what a journey we're on. So everyone has introduced themselves now, which I'm so grateful for. So I'm basically the next part, I'm gonna do like a little marketing training for you guys. And essentially, like, I'm going to bring up different topics that are really for you guys to reflect on where you're at with your business, different tools and techniques that you might want to implement, different concepts that, like, will also just like hearing about it might click certain things in the way that you want to show up for your business. So feel free to grab a notebook and pen for this little training. I'm so excited. And also this is going to be like recorded. So if you at any point want to go back to this, and by the way, hello to all the people who are watching the recording, because I know like my Dubai family, it was literally 3 o'clock in the morning for them. So the next training that I'm going to be doing is actually going to be on like AI and also on creating like flyers, social media posts for your business. That one I'm gonna do more in Dubai time, but I'm gonna try to find a middle time zone so that it serves them as well because this is an internationally growing community and I'm excited for all of you guys to connect with each other. So, one thing I wanted to share a little bit about myself. So, my journey has been so wild. I started off having depression. I started off in a very dark space in my life. You guys got to meet my mentor. She absolutely changed my life with this healing technique called psychic surgery. I started my psychic business in 2019, and I was on the Long Island Business News 30 Under 30 award through this like really powerful journey of stepping into my power and also like staying consistent with myself. And that's one of the number one things that I learned in this journey, especially when it comes to marketing, is that it's staying consistent. And so many times, like we get in a space where, like, we might even build resistance. Like, oh my God, I want to do this thing, but it's not perfect. I can't put this out. And Kiernan touched upon this as well. Like, this is like one of the number one big blockers that people have. And let me tell you, so we had like about, I want to say like 15 people hopping in and out of this call, right? When I first did this, literally like had two people on my first call. Literally one time I had one person on my call. And like I would literally obsess over everything. I was like, "Oh my God, the flyer needs to be perfect. I need to do this, I need to do this." If you see the time frame in which I even like put this out, first of all, and then second of all, I even had a mistake on the flyer and I didn't recognize it until like 3 days into advertising. Who caught the mistake? Raise your hand if you saw the flyer. I literally put November on the flyer, November 16th on the flyer. And here's the crazy thing. No one noticed. I literally put this in like 5 group chats. I literally sent it to my mentor. I sent it to like texted people individually. And in the chat, like I put like, oh, this like call is tomorrow. So like everyone knew that it was gonna be like, December. But when I looked at the graphic on the flyer, I noticed that it said November because someone actually messaged me and they were like, hey, Alicia, like on the flyer you put November. The past version of me would have been so hard on myself, would have freaked out, would have been like, oh my God, I made a mistake. No one's gonna come. And I would have propelled the energy, right? And the past version of me would have also spent like 5 hours trying to create that flyer for one little thing. And one of the things that I realized is that in our businesses, recognizing whatever barriers we're creating against our success is the doorway and the key to becoming successful. Because at the end of the day, like the universe wants to give us the abundant clients. The universe wants to give us our dream business. But through our healing work is how we achieve the other end of what we need to do. And this is something that I would have thought was like a huge mistake in the past. But at the end of the day, literally no one here recognized that there was that mistake that happened. But we get into our own minds like, oh my God, I didn't do this or I didn't do that. And like, it should have looked like this. Like, that is the energy that prevents against things happening. Because let's say, for example, I actually literally made that flyer like in between two clients when I was with my friend in a coffee shop in Qatar. Like he was sitting there and I was like, oh my God, I need to finish this flyer. Literally did it in 10 minutes and then put it out there. And it got the result at the end of the day that I desired. Like I'm literally so happy with everyone that showed up and I'm showing up in my fullest energy. And it's more about the intention of what you are doing and the energy that you're putting out. And this is what I've learned. So in my journey, from being so scared of like coming out of the closet, of standing into my power, I've had people that like came for me on social media because I'm not sure how many people know about my background, but I actually used to work in politics. So I literally worked in politics and went from that to having a psychic business. And I had people online that were literally attacking me, like, oh my God, she's like a fake and like all this stuff. And then what I realized was that if I wanted to do this, I had to embrace it with the fullness of my heart and the fullness of my belief. And as soon as I let myself move past the barriers that I was mentally creating, that's when the clients came. That's when the opportunities came. It was from my inner healing that like people started to meet me where I desired to be. And as you're on this journey, you're constantly building. Like even the people on this call, the people in the group chat, they're from all different parts of my journey. And once you start walking that path, you start building and accumulating people who get to feel and experience your magic. And that's what your business and brand is. It is your unique soul expression. So since this journey, I've been able to help like over 200 clients. I've honestly lost track now. Doing hypnotherapy sessions, readings, trauma healing, but on top of that, now especially working with other entrepreneurs stepping into their power. And I also now own a house in Costa Rica that I host retreats at too. All of this has come with so much of me meeting myself where I was feeling the most resistance and moving past to the other side. And this is like the number one thing as a spiritual individual stepping into your business that you need to do is constantly be working in that shadow work to embrace wherever your resistance is and meeting yourself at the face. And it's so crazy because there's been so many times where I did a healing and then after that, like I got another client or I got another sale or I got another person. And this is exactly the energy that we're stepping into is recognizing the energy that your soul business is. It's literally like another entity. That's kind of how I view it. I view it as like an energy in the fifth dimension, and that we basically receive downloads. We receive visions of what that business looks like, of what our ideal client looks like, of what we want to do. And the more that we tap into that frequency, the more that people come and show up for us as well. So, um, in this concept, like I believe there's three soul keys to marketing. So it's alignment, expression, and connection. So alignment is you, first of all, like understanding what your soul expression is and what your energy is, like what you desire to do for the world. The second thing is your expression, which is your branding, which is literally like understanding what your energy looks and feels like and what it sounds like and having people connect to that. And the next one is connection, which is building community, which is exactly like what we're doing here. And this is why I'm also creating this, is so that you guys can also continue to build what you desire to do for the world and continue to expand your network and recognizing the value that you have as a person, as an individual. So, um, this is basically like a practice of you understanding what your soul purpose is. We're not going to do it here, but I'm just touching upon it. This is the alignment. This is really about you stepping into the energy of what you desire to do for the world. And based on the call, a lot of you guys already know what your purpose is. So the next thing is like actually staying consistent once you understand what it is that you're doing. So everyone who signed up for the group chat, I'm actually going to be sending you guys a copy of my ebook. And this is called Money Magic. And essentially, it's a healing guide. I'm sending you guys the virtual copy, but it's also available for print. If you guys wanted that, it's like on Amazon, and I'll send you that link too. But you can easily use this also like on the computer. But essentially, one of the things that changed the way that I work and flow in my business is keeping track of my goals and staying consistent. And this is also tied in with actually putting your stuff out there because so many times like we have goals, we have visions for ourselves, but if you're not keeping on track with everything, then it just disappears into the ether. So whether you have a team or you just have yourself, like keeping on track with your goals is key. And every single goal has steps that are involved in it. So let's say, for example, Jessica, you want to launch your Oracle deck, right? So this is going to be one of your top goals, but there's different steps. So the first thing would be, all right, choosing the concept. The next thing would be like, okay, designing the artwork for the cards. The next thing would be like figuring out how you want to publish it. Like, going step by step. The next step is going to be marketing it,
Yeah.
So it's about breaking down your larger goals into steps that connect so deeply with what you're doing to keep yourself consistent. And this can be the thing that makes or breaks your 2025. So essentially what I do as part of my life strategy is like every month I'll set goals for myself. And also, if you notice at the bottom, it says rewards. So the brain works based on positive reinforcement. So let's say, for example, you know that like if you finish this one thing that there's something waiting for you on the other side. Like even like money, like for example, even when you go to work, like you know that once you work and do your job for 2 weeks, you're going to get a paycheck, right? And that's the thing that motivates you because that's going to be also used for something else. So, what if you did this with yourself in your own business? What if you said, okay, if I achieve this goal, then I'm going to let myself like work on this then I'm gonna let myself like travel to this location, or I'm gonna let myself do this thing that I really desire to do. I'm gonna go to a concert. Not only is it going to keep you in alignment with what you desire to do, but it's also going to enhance the quality of your life because you're also allowing yourself to go on these amazing trips and experiences. And that's exactly what your soul wants to do, is to have such an in-depth experience in life. It's not only about your business, but it's about the experiences. And this is like a huge thing that I'm into. And why I love to travel is because like this is literally my expression, is traveling, is exploring the world. So many times this goal is like in alignment with my business goals and plans. And this is like what really motivates me. So one of the things as you are stepping more deeply into your business is also understanding who your soulmate client is. So basically, hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, perfect. It's working now. Your soulmate client is aligned with your purpose. So once you understand what your purpose is and what your goals are, creating a vision of who this person is that you're going to be serving. So your soulmate client is typically like an earlier version of yourself. And these are really great questions to reflect on in your notebooks. So for example, my soulmate client right now is someone who knows what their soul purpose is, but does not know how to market themselves and reach the audience that they desire. What I have to offer is website design and marketing and helping them to put their whole strategy and plan together. And they need this because they desire to also call in this abundance so they can fully live in their purpose. So breaking this down for yourself also helps you to understand what your brand voice is going to sound like and what it's going to look like as well, and who your target audience is. And understanding this will also dictate your marketing plan. So if you guys want to like take a picture or copy down these questions, it's a good thing to reflect on. And then just because of time, I'm not really going to like go through each person, but like I really encourage you guys to do this exercise. It's going to be really powerful. So this form of marketing that we are talking about is called attraction marketing. It's magnetizing your ideal client by being the fullest authentic expression of yourself. So just by being who you are, by showing up on social media, by showing up in your email list, by showing up on your website, this is going to attract people into your container, into what you do for the world. So this is why it's so important to understand that purpose, because based on that is going to be what attracts your soulmate client to you. So There are several different methods that you could do outreach to your clients, and the major ones are email marketing, social media, and websites. So the thing with email marketing is that it's a condensed list of people who have somehow signed up for your list because they're interested in what you're doing. So even though I don't have your emails, what I do have is your WhatsApp numbers, and that's pretty equivalent to email marketing because you're essentially building a community of people who are exactly your ideal people that you want to help or you want to work with. So a good thing for you to do is really reflect on how you want to create a community around what you have to do and what you have to offer. So, a good way to start to reach out to that community is building your social media presence. And this can be annoying for a lot of people, and a lot of people like meet themselves with resistance. But the more that you show up, the more that you are able to connect to your people. And honestly, your website is mainly for your offerings to keep everything together, to be like, this is my container, these are my products, this is what I have to offer, and like just having it all together in one place. So, social media is the funnel that allows you to build brand awareness. This is where people are able to kind of get the opportunity to connect to your energy, to connect to your voice, to connect to your presence. But here's one of the things. We get so absorbed with like, oh my God, like how many views did I get? How many likes do I get? But views and likes does not equal sales. And this is such an important concept. And like a lot of people get so lost in this that like, oh my God, I need to have this many likes, or I need to have this and this. And like it is good to get that. But at the end of the day, the main thing is that you're connecting to your soulmate clients. You're connecting to your soul aligned clients through your authentic expression. So, benefits of email marketing is basically like you can connect to people on a more personal level, and it also helps you to organize the people who are involved in your community. So even for example, like if you have a channel, like it could even be like you're building a WhatsApp group, you're building an Instagram group, like that can be considered this as well. It's like continuing to build your audience in your container so that as you continue to build your business, you're constantly communicating with those people. And you're also having this relationship with them where you're able to build and help each other grow. So there's so many ways that you can build this, and it's about finding the way that works the best with yourself. And there's so many ways to share things. Like you could, like even on social media, you could share wins, share follow-up from events, offers, blogs. Staying in communication with your people is the most important thing, and staying consistent with that communication too. Like for example, even as I finish this class, I'm already starting to plan the next one, and I also have like a few offerings and ways that people can join me in my next events as well. So, a lot of people like have asked me about this too, like why have a website? And one of the things too is that actually sometimes it's really hard to get clients just from like having a website online with SEO, but you can get people from that. But honestly, the main thing is it's adding to your professional value. It keeps everything together, and especially if you want to go into more like corporate wellness, like people look at your websites for you to get approval for certain things too. So it's essentially like your living space for your business where you can be like, okay, these are my products, this is what I have to offer, this is what my story is, and this is what it looks like, you know? And also tied into your website is where you're going to have the place where people can sign up for your email list and also like automate different things as well. And then SEO is like essentially like the search engine optimization, how people connect. So if you see here, like this is just essentially like some analytics, like Linktree is what's connected to social media, and that will drive traffic to your website. If you are doing different social media posts and you say, okay, like the link is in my bio, like you're literally directing the traffic into your social media to your website. So I wanted to do a little meditation with you guys to just basically visualize yourself stepping into 2025. And it's not going to be long. It's going to be like 15 minutes. So if you guys wanted to take a moment to basically like just get comfortable in your space, and we're going to do this little mini meditation just to clear any energy as well. So I want you to take a moment, just finding a comfortable space with your chair. And if you want to lay down, you can. If you're driving, you could just listen in and just think about whatever arises for you. We're going to start with 3 deep cleansing breaths. With a big in through the nose, breathing in through the nose and feeling this beautiful light, this energy in our lungs, and breathing out the mouth. Letting go and releasing anything that no longer serves you. And once again, a deep breath in through the nose, calling in this white positive light,
Wow,
calling
you
in
work from
sacred
home.
energy into the lungs, into your body, and a breath out through the mouth. Letting go and releasing anything that no longer serves you. And one more time, a deep breath in through the nose, calling in this presence, this light, this energy into the lungs, into your body, and breathing out through the mouth. Letting go and releasing anything that no longer serves you. I want you to take a moment to just feel this expansive energy connecting to your crown chakra. And just take this moment to feel this power and light connecting upward into your expansive realm of abundance, into the space that you desire to call in your soul business. I want you to take this moment to familiarize yourself, connecting to the energy and frequency of your guidance, connecting to those who are bringing you even deeper into your soul's purpose, into your mission. Taking in this moment now to feel into this energy and what you are creating for yourself in this reality, and feeling this energy extend even further into the cosmos. Feeling your energy lifting up and outward. And taking this moment now to feel this power working your way through and stepping in to this divine energy now. You can begin now to visualize this beautiful soul palace that's awaiting you. This is the palace of your expression. This is the palace of your business energy. I want you to take a moment to move your energy upward now into this space, into this divine light and calling, bringing you into the space and frequency of light and abundance, of power and presence. And as you begin to move closer now towards the soul palace, I want you to take this moment now to begin to feel into this frequency, into this energy of what you are calling in for yourself within the next year. Walking closer towards the palace, I want you to begin to visualize yourself stepping into January 2025. What does the energy look like that you're calling in to your body, into your presence? What does this energy look like that you are calling in to serve others, How will you begin this year? And walking in even further now into February. What does this look like moving even closer now to your desired expression of your business? How are you expanding into March and April? How is your business expanding into your life? And moving now even deeper into the summer months. Are you traveling anywhere with your business? Who are the people that you are serving? Continuing to work your way through. What are the offers that you are bringing? How are you expanding now? What is the presence and expression that you have? And walking in even further and more deeply now into this beautiful space, opening the doorway of your full expression now, and stepping into the fields of abundance. What does it look like having committed 6 months to your business, 6 months to yourself? What does it look like now? Embracing your truth, embracing the fullness of your energy. And what does it look like, your most abundant self? Living the life that you desire, the rewards that you desire, the experiences that you desire. Feeling this expansion through all areas of your body. Stepping into September, having built so much for yourself. How does it feel in your body? How does it feel in your soul, in your spirit? Committing to yourself, committing to your journey. And walking in even further now into the next level of yourself, into the next layer. Stepping even further now into this beautiful space. And now taking this moment to step into the next frequency and energy. Stepping and expanding now into the divine energy of ending the year of 2025 in your highest power. I invite you now to step into the doorway of your soul palace, the doorway of your expression, the doorway of where you desire to walk into. Taking this moment now to see this mirror waiting for you in the middle of the palace. This is your higher self. This is your highest expression. I want you to take a moment to feel into this energy and know that this has been waiting for you this whole time. This version of yourself that lives within you. Take this moment now to greet yourself and feel this beautiful divine expression that awaits you. And taking this moment as you connect to yourself, you can ask yourself for any advice that you have, that you need to receive for the next year of life, for the next year of your business and expansion. Stepping into this power and presence now. And taking this moment now to just begin to call this energy back into your physical body now. Just gently beginning to wiggle your toes and fingers, bringing this energy down in further now. Feeling this power and energy being brought back into your body now. Bringing back any wisdom, anything that you desire to hold on to from this experience. And when you feel ready, you can begin to open your eyes. And if you feel called to, you can also begin to just write down anything that connected with you, anything that you feel like you need to continue to channel through. Just taking a moment to write anything down. Amazing. So I'm going to share some of my offerings for you guys that I've been working on. And on top of just also just things that have come into my awareness that I feel like is going to give you guys a lot of value. So one thing is that my next online class, this one is a paid class, but it's $44 and it's going to be on December 27th. I'm actually doing a manifestation board online class. And also combined with it is actually like a Canva lesson and AI tutorial as well. So that's going to be on December 27th. I'm going to send you guys a link. At some point, I'm also going to do like a lesser version of this, like just like an AI class. It's not going to be the manifestation board. First week of January is going to be my next free online offering. But the 27th is going to be like a super in-depth how to manifest, how to step into your power, and I'll also drop this link in the chat. Another thing that I want to mention is that my good friend Jasmine and Eva got to experience her magic in Times Square. She has this amazing offering, like she's literally manifested over 8 figures before the age of 30 years old. Oh, Jessica also was there too. Oh my God, yes. So she has this amazing offering. It's called Relaxed Rich, and it's an activation. It's actually this Thursday, and it's only $11.11, which is like honestly for the value of her programs and what she brings, it's absolutely amazing, absolutely incredible. I completely recommend it. And I've personally seen results from what she does. So she has this trademarked hypno dance technique where you're actually dancing and moving to call in the energy of abundance. And after I've attended her sessions, I've been to sessions in actually 3 countries, 3 continents around the world, which is London, New York, and also in Dubai. Every single time I've attended her events, I've always received like some powerful level of abundance. And it's just wild. The community, the energy, the power is absolutely incredible. And like for $11.11, like this is like a no-brainer. It's like a steal for what she has to offer. So I'm also gonna like drop that link in the chat. And then for those of you guys who want to work with me on marketing and branding, I do website design. I have like done for you marketing packages where essentially like I'm going to build your website for you, build your email funnels, social media posts, and I have different level of packages. And I work with people on all different levels too, based on what you need. I also have like a beginning synergy session, like if you just want your branding or you just want like a full audit. This is like a 1 hour and 11 minute session. Usually, honestly, it's like almost like 1 hour and 45 minutes, but literally like we'll do a session together and we'll sit together, we'll do a powerful meditation, connect your branding, connect your energy, and do this. And Eva and Gabby were actually part of my last mastermind. And I'm in the process of launching my next one, which is going to be starting February 15th till May 15th. And essentially, what's included with that is it's a 4-month course that also includes a retreat. And I'm doing something different this year, where after I get all of the people in, they're actually going to vote on what the mastermind is going to be, like what location we're going to go to. So the options are we're either going to go to Bali, Costa Rica, or Dubai. And everyone who's in the container is going to get to vote on which location we're going to, which I'm so excited about. So that's going to be super fun. But what's included with this mastermind is actually a lot. There's like weekly marketing classes. It also includes a one-on-one session with me every single month to help you build your business. It's a really powerful offering, and I'm also including like 10 hours of website work in this offering as well. So it's really for the person who's looking to like fully commit into your business. You're going to be in like a small container of people to like step into the next level of your business and you're like ready for the next level. And then the last thing is that I'm working with my mentor Lynn on 3 different retreats next year if you guys are called to any of them. One of them is like she's doing an Akashic Oracle retreat, which is teaching people how to really step into reading the Akashic records in Virginia Beach. And you're essentially going to walk out like really trained in how to dive into the Akashic records. The next one is she's doing like the Sacred Mary Magdalene pilgrimage to France. And that's going to be absolutely powerful. We're actually going to do a walk to where Magdalene actually used to live in the grotto on top of this beautiful mountain. And the last thing is we're doing a retreat to Mount Shasta. So those are the main offerings, and I'm so grateful that you guys were here and got to experience this. If you have any questions at any point, feel free to message me. I'm here to support your journey. May this next year be so powerful for you, so abundant, so expansive, so divine, bringing you into the next level of where you desire to be. And if you have any questions about anything, feel free to message. And I'm going to keep you guys updated about like when the next free networking call is going to be. And I'm also going to drop you guys links for the offerings that I spoke about too. And I'm going to be dropping my free ebook as well for those of you guys who are interested as well. Yay. Oh, so grateful. Thank you guys. I'm so grateful. Yeah, and feel free if like you had any major takeaways, feel free to message me on WhatsApp. Like I would love to hear from you guys, like what you took away from this session and everything. And I'm sending you guys so much love and abundance and blessings. Bye everyone. Have a beautiful day or evening. Good night. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.